All right, so it's Tuesday. Young Mac Miller is here.
Okay, word.
Yeah, tonight you have an event happening at First Avenue.
Yeah.
Kind of a legendary spot.
Yeah, man. It was a spot where they filmed a lot of a movie that I don't know if anyone knows. It's called Purple Rain.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I'm hip. I just got hip recently. Yeah, it's a pretty cool spot, man.
It was a nice feature presentation there.
That scene when he pulls the bike out front.
Yeah.
Every time I go to First Avenue, I think of Prince whipping the bike around the front like that.
See, one of my favorite Purple Rain scenes is like when they're performing on stage and Prince is in the back, and the expression on Prince's face is the greatest.
Priceless.
It's just so amazing, man.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I love Prince. So.
And you over yesterday? You went to Paisley Park?
Yeah, man. I was at Paisley Park, and it was such an amazing experience, and just to like take it something further about it, like the fact that when you go in there, they have cases that you put your phone in, close it, and it cuts off the phone service.
Yeah, man.
And you can't use your phone or pull it out. And it's like, it makes you so much more present in where you are. And that's like, and I'm not even saying like, man, down with the technology, down. Because if I was in there with my phone, yeah, I'm taking pictures of it. Because it's like, that's what you do. You want to look at it later. But in reality, like, just being able to soak up that energy was like that was Prince's favorite place ever. You know what I mean? Yeah, like
he had a club in there, a studio. He lived in there.
Yeah, man, and it was like, it was such an inspiring thing, because it's kind of like if I had that much money, that's what I would want.
My next question was like, do you see yourself with like a compound?
That I would love. That's so tight. Like, Prince had like a cool nightclub at the crib.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's so tight. And also, like, and we got to we were in like this one room that was like a basketball court. They had like a basketball court under, like, at one point.
And he was hooping for real,
and
too.
I knew, like, you just know that Chappelle Show story is real. You know what I mean? Like, you know that really happened, because then you go and they have like this food thing that it's like all stuff that Prince, like, what he would order.
Yeah.
And by the way, which is like exactly what I want. You know what I mean? Like, all the food is like vegan, vegetarian, and like really good. But then you just see pancakes, and you know that was real.
Yeah,
like, you know
that
the whole story, like, that it was an almost verbatim story. That
and it seemed so crazy when we watched it. It was so funny.
Right. It was so far-fetched, like, haha. But you really, like, wow, that happened. That definitely happened. Because dude that was giving us the tour was, like, real cool. And he was saying as well, he was like when we brought up basketball, he was like, Prince was good, man. Prince is good.
It's a point guard.
Yeah,
handle the rocks, huh?
Gotta be.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
sure.
Very cool. Very, very strong. I haven't been over there. I saw what they did out front, though, all like the tribute around the fence.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
It's like, man, well, like, this is the thing is I think that, like, Prince passing was very out of left field. Like, no one was ready for that.
Nobody expected it.
And no one knew how not ready they were. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't really, like, it just was out of nowhere. Like, I'll never forget where I was, what was happening that whole entire, like, night, or day, or what. Like,
it was monumental. It was the only thing I can relate it to, and for lack of a better reference, it's like a 9/11. It was like it shook.
Bruh, the whole entire the Eiffel Tower was purple. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, man.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Dude.
And so, like, what is so incredible about Paisley Park, and whenever people are able to go, like, first of all, let me just take a quick second to, like, appreciate the amazingness that is my life, that I get to go to Paisley Park before. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't take that lightly in any sense of the word.
That's cool.
So, like, now that I've taken that moment, whenever people can go, like, please go.
Yeah.
And I hope that place like continues to flourish and become like what it is, which is like a historical museum, because people get to experience. You don't get to just learn about Prince or see stuff. You get to like feel the energy, because the room, like, they didn't move anything. You
Right,
know what I
the way
mean? Like the
chair
CDs
was-
that he's
yeah.
listening to
Are in there.
are in there.
Oh wow.
And you know, I'm in there like, what was he listening to? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like the I just got chills thinking about it. It's like the like art that he was looking at was on the table. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a moment frozen in time. You know what I mean? That you get to really go and be in, and especially right now, so soon. Like that energy is very, very, very present.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, whether or not you believe in that stuff, I do. Like that.
No. When you go in those places and you can feel the vibe.
Yeah.
The second we realized he had passed or what went down, we went to channel, went all Prince for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And playing these songs and revisiting stuff you hadn't heard in a couple of years, maybe 10 years you hadn't heard some of these songs, and it was such a powerful day. If I could play anything for you by Prince right now, what's your favorite Prince song?
My favorite Prince song, I'll tell you a song that I will play, Controversy.
Okay.
That's because that song has gotten me through a lot, and also has the greatest lyrics ever, which is, do I believe in God, do I believe in me? Which are like those two next to each other. Like that's the best.
Amazing.
But yeah, and this other thing is, it's not like people always talk about things like that in the wrong way, where they say like you, it's not eerie. It's not like eerie in a negative sense. Like it's not weird. It's like you could feel. It's not. You don't feel death. You feel life there. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. It's not.
Man.
You're not going to some place and it's like dark.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he passed there, it's like you're going because it's like the life is still present.
Less mourning, more celebration.
Right, exactly. Which is like, man, that's a whole nother thing about how people need to start looking at life and death, you know?
Yeah, man. Celebrating, man. Let's get into it right now. Something from Prince, more with Mac Miller next. We're here.
Yeah, man.
That's a classic. Rest in peace to the Purple God. Got
Yeah,
Mac
man.
Miller in here. Hey, what color God are you?
Phew. I don't know.
Turquoise?
Hell yeah, let's take turquoise. I don't know.
I saw your ring. I was like,
I'm a turquoise. I like turquoise a lot.
Yeah.
I don't what color God are you?
He was the Purple God.
That's
son.
what I'm saying. That's like
lit.
bro. I just thought about a lot, because I just like, what color God am I? What color? What, am I God? You know what I mean?
Nah,
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It depends on the day. Shout out that man. Really, that purple is Prince's. Don't touch purple.
Oh yeah,
man.
he really inspired you, man. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Just I felt a certain something when he passed that I've never felt
Right.
ever.
Right.
Like I cried more when Prince died than when my grandfather died, who is like my favorite person in the whole entire world. So
2016's been pretty whack. We lost Phife Dawg.
Yeah.
Lost Prince. It's been a really weird year. I'm happy you're here in town tonight at First Avenue at this amazing, intimate, classic venue. Prince made it worldwide famous.
Yeah.
You're rocking tonight, new album, The Divine Feminine.
yeah, man.
A big kind of transition. I know you still got the bars in you. It's dope to see you go this way.
Of course, man. You know, it's because I realized that every album is a chance to say something.
Mhm.
You don't have to say it all. And
Yeah.
and I think like it was time for me to start exploring that side of my creative expression more.
Yeah.
And putting it out more in the forefront,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's like, like I'm like, keep in mind, like I'm from Cypher World. You know what I mean? Like I come from
yes.
Cypher World, so like it's a lot of growth that has to happen to, as a human being, to be that vulnerable and let people do what they will with that vulnerability. You know what I mean? Like, you have to really be good with where you're at to put that out there and let people, because once music's out there, it gets, people like it, people hate it, people, you know what I mean?
Analyze it, critique
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So it's just kind of doing away with that whole part of it. You know what I mean? Like, I put it out, and then I do what I can to get people to listen to it, and perform it. But as far as people picking it apart and telling me what it is and what it isn't, I have I literally don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there was a time where like someone would tell me what I did, and I would be like, oh, that's what I did. You know what I mean?
You'd be listening in it, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
and I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, this guy gets, and now I'm like, what was I, like, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know.
Right,
like, I was there. You know what I mean?
This is my idea. I wrote this in the basement, son.
So I I think it's just growing up a little bit and realizing that everyone's entitled to their opinion and their own experience with a piece of music.
Working with Anderson .Paak must have been cool.
Yeah, man. He's just like such a beyond human being.
Amazing.
You know what I mean? And someone who like musically, like the same people that I like I was talking to him the other day, and the people that he were in the studio with were some people that I like really like to be in the studio with as well.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, okay, like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes me happy. It's just like, he's someone that's really just pushing those boundaries and doing amazing things. And shout out to him just getting that NBA commercial.
Popping.
That's tight.
Yeah, man.
Bro, like that, I love seeing good people win.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
that's one thing that happens, is that you start to meet people and you root for the good guys.
I only endorse the good guys.
Yeah, that's who should be endorsed. You know what I mean? And by the way, like, at the end of the day, good music is good music. So if
something's a hit, you got to run it cool.
Right.
But when it comes to endorsement and being an advocate,
yeah, like
the good guys.
I want the right people to influence the youth. I want the right people to talk. To inspire people.
But that's what I felt when I first heard you. And I felt like a lot of people would look at a Mac Miller back then as this little white kid rapping, who's he trying to be? And I was like, no, because the origin of what inspired you was the right stuff.
Yeah, man.
So you being an advocate for that and you being a liaison for these other kids would inspire more kids. Then you see this whole generation of young rapping kind of guys that looked up to you, but you looked up to Big L. It's the perfect family tree.
Yeah, dude. It's people that care. I was just having this conversation yesterday too about, it's cool to care. You mean like that's an okay? You know what I mean? Like that. You see people who really care about the world that we live in winning right now.
100%.
You know what I mean? And I love that. Like, you see what like Chance is doing, or like and like with Kendrick and people that actually really, really care about the world around them, and that's okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the whole, like, I don't know what I can say.
Yeah, it's cool, right? Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But like, there's moments for that, for
100%.
sure. I'm on both sides of the spectrum sometimes, but it's just nice to have the right people speaking to people.
Speaking of Chance, what he's done this year has been unbelievable. Crazy. And I remember when Acid Rap popped off and he went on tour with you.
Yeah,
and you were
man.
at the Fillmore in Silver Spring, Maryland, and you had Chance with you. And then I remember you had Drum with you.
Yeah.
And now Drum got a #1 single in the country. And you've like really assisted in some of these guys and being advocates for them.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie, that tour was the most like, if you take that lineup,
Buddy.
Now
It's a stadium.
Nuts.
It's crazy.
Bro, it's me, Chance, the internet, Earl, Vince, Action Bronson.
Crazy.
I mean, just that. Like, that's
That alone right there,
that's crazy.
crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, whoa.
But your early success busted some of these doors open for these people.
I don't know what I did and I didn't do. All I know is that I know good music when I hear it and I want to be involved.
Amazing.
That's
Amazing.
it. So and I think that like, that's a huge blessing for. This is my thing is like, cause we were talking earlier and we were joking about like me being this old man and saying like Kendrick Lamar opened up for me one time, but like that's real. You know what I mean? Like for me, like whatever I become, cool. But at the end of the day, like I've gotten the blessing to witness people who are brilliant do what they do. I mean, do I consider myself brilliant? Yes. In what I do. You know what I mean?
You're a master of your craft.
But as far as like the rooms I get to sit in and like, you know what I mean? Like I've seen Thundercat play 1 million bass lines. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I don't need anything. I'm good.
Yeah, man. That's very cool. Do you see yourself making music forever?
Yes, without a doubt. I don't know what the music will be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
music
always making music, always
it's,
being what you are.
Yeah, it's like an endless, unlimited, infinite possibility of sound.
Like
you know what I mean?
at 45 with a band and like a
for
whole
sure,
deal.
that's definitely gonna be me because I'm definitely not gonna be 53 rapping. Like I don't think that will work for me.
Right.
I think. Is there anyone? There's no one 53 rapping, right?
No. I mean, Chuck D.
Just shout out Chuck D.
Yeah, shout out Chuck D. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying I don't think that works for me.
100%.
But like I have to be involved in music for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because it's how I know how to act. Like it's how I get what's in out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's the only way for me. So that's what I see myself doing.
How much of the original crew is still down?
Everyone.
It's amazing.
It's the same, bro. Like we were just because Jimmy was in Hawaii, right, and he just like.
That's to do with the long hair.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I was looking for. I didn't see him.
Cause he went off the grid, man. No more Instagram, no Twitter,
Good for him.
anything. And he like went to Hawaii. He's been like all doing these amazing things.
That's
that
cool.
I'm sitting there like, man, your life is so tight. Like, I want your life. You know what I mean? Like, but
it.
we're all back together on tour, just enjoying again. Which
Yeah.
like did that, you know, like I've been touring for 6 years. So like. There were 4 of those years that you don't really enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like the shows are great, but like I was for a while just not having a good time anymore. But now I'm like really having a good time.
Yeah, when you look at the last few projects and you know the movies project, you're in a space, and then the Good AM was like, oh, Mac's back. It was like in a way, it was like, oh, then the new one, you're like, I can't. Oh, then it arrives and it's all singing, and you told me you got the Hard project like that's coming. You sitting on another joint.
There's a lot of dude. I'm always sitting on like 9 projects for real. There's like because it takes me like 5 or 6 albums to get to the album I want to put out.
That's crazy.
Because like it's. Like how I'm always making so many different kinds of ideas, and I'm kind of always trying to figure out what's the next sound, what's the next sentence to say, what's the next paragraph, and I don't have this formula that. There's times I wish I did. Like you have artists that have this formula and they can plug in and go out, plug in and go out. And they can keep going and going and going and going.
Your formula seems to evolve.
It just changes every time. So, you know, like every time I sit down to work, I am thinking of a new way to approach it. You know what I mean? So it's like you kind of build something and then you destroy it all. And you start from scratch. You know what I mean? And it's nice because it's very refreshing. Every album feels like my first one. Everything always feels like something new because I don't create knowing, oh, this is people like want. You know what I mean? It's like
dude.
I'm just figuring it out.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
You're
man,
in a good spot, man. It's very cool, man.
spot.
It's great, man.
I'm
Welcome
excited
back,
for 2017 too, man. 2017 I feel like is gonna be a really great year.
Yeah, a lot of fun, dude.
Yeah.
Good people, good music. You're putting great energy out into the universe. It's got to be coming back.
Yeah, dude. That's the other thing, man. Is just like putting positive energy out into the universe is a really good thing. It's important, and I suggest it to anyone who sits around and kind of lives in a self-deprecating, like, negative headspace. Like, once you learn to change that radio station and turn it into, like, as cliches as something, but like you're blessed, like all the good stuff that's happening, it's really nice. And I feel like I'm super late to the positive party. So,
But you're here though.
I'm here, man.
Super dope, man. Tonight, First Avenue. We're going to get into this record we talked about earlier as potentially one of your favorite songs. It came out right after Kids.
Yeah.
Best day ever.
Yeah, man. That's as far as like my old, as far as from that era, from like Jukebox up until Blue Slide Park. That song probably remains the.
It's very cool.
Yeah, best day ever.
You're going to perform that tonight, you think?
Yeah, that one gets performed.
It's very cool.
We still
man.
leave that one in the set.
We were playing records last week, and we were running through a lot of stuff because we're giving away tickets and these meet and greet passes. And my producer, Chris, I was like, what do I play for Mac? He's like, best day ever.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
one
joint.
stands.
That's the one.
It's such a feeling.
It is.
Man.
It is.
Good times, man.
Man, tonight, First Ave, young Mac Miller's back in the Twin Cities, and it's Go Radio. We play this guy on the radio, whether he's in town or not.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a cool spot, man.
Thank you, man.
No, thank you, brother. My man.